tested with HIV and were found that were HIV positive, that is not a sentence to death. That's just a disease like any other disease. Be comfortable. Today being 30th of November 2023, how are you doing? My name is Jacob Okelo. Welcome to the SOL show. This is where we discuss matters affecting community with an aim to entertain, educate, and inform you. Besides me.
Hi, what's up, y'all? My name is Benis Mariel. Thank you for being an amazing audience and for joining us one more time. Karibuni sana.
Wow, that's amazing. And that's Kerish. My name is Kerish Prudence. I really love you people. Mimi ndio ule nasemanga social media handles. Remember to follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as TikTok, as Self-Taught Academy or Stan Media. Yeah, stay tuned.
Okay, so today being 30th of November, you know what tomorrow is? Of course, 1st December.
Exactly. Wow.
That is AIDS Day. So today's show is we are creating awareness on HIV and AIDS. Hope you will enjoy.
Definitely.
You will enjoy the show.
Why wouldn't they? Anything that has to do with health.
Of course.
Our health issues.
So before to trend them badly, you need to know what HIV and AIDS is. Of course, we can say that HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus. And it is an infection that attacks the body's immune system. And it attacks white blood cells, of course.
Exactly.
And AIDS is advanced stage, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we want to talk about, HIV and AIDS. Hope you'll enjoy the show. Yeah. So let's begin, Prudence and Kerish, Prudence and Venice. How to know when someone has AIDS? Of course, you can't just judge someone that has AIDS. There must be signs and symptoms that, of course, this person is infected with AIDS.
Yeah. But unajua the signs ukuanga universal. Kuna signs za HIV zenye bado utaona tu kwako ukiwa na malaria. Something like fever utaiona kwako hadi ukiwa na malaria. You know, so the signs inakuanga universal either way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but just make sure you get tested.
So the first thing, pimwa. This thing you don't assume. Make sure you are tested. That's the first thing you can do to be 100% sure that you have it or you don't have it. Ushaipimwa?
So many tests. Like I normally go for that test. Like for this year, I've been tested for 4 times.
What are you looking for? Okay, what are you looking for? 4 times?
No, the what? It simply states that after every 3 months you go test yourself. You go test yourself. So and I've grown in that environment of testing ourselves. So it's something that I'm used to.
So I should not be worried.
Yeah, you should not be worried.
Like totally.
Yeah, like anytime you need to go for a test, call me. I can be that person who can advise you.
Okay.
Yeah. About testing, by the way, what huogopa sana to be tested for real? Exactly. I don't know the words.
Exactly, because si kitu itakuja easy.
Yeah.
Yani it's either life yako itapiga a right turn na iende kabisa ama ipige left turn na iende kabisa.
But it is a good thing to be tested.
Yeah, we started testing. Yeah, it's a good thing. Tunaweza encourage.
Usiende kutest ukisikia ka headache alafu unasema go test. This is a thing that you should do randomly.
Yeah, it's something that you should be doing regularly. Like on a regular basis, get tested in a year, get tested for like 4 times.
Free,
after 3 months, go test. Yeah.
It is free. So tumesema the first thing to know whether you are HIV positive or negative is to be tested.
And you know, a person can actually have an asymptomatic HIV infection without knowing if they do not get tested.
Yeah, exactly.
And unaweza kaa na hivi virusi for like even 10 years without knowing that you're HIV positive.
Just imagine.
No, it's something that is very possible. So we'd really like to advise people to get tested as many times as possible. It's not something you should fear. In fact, ukiendanga pali, they start by counseling you. But most people say that hiyo counseling hata itanisaidia. At the end of the day nikapatikana niko na AIDS. ati haitanisaidia ati if I find out that I have AIDS, should I go commit suicide or should I do this? But no, that is not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I think they took the right approach. Like ukianza kucancel mtu before ajue jibu. I mean, unaweza jishuko because by the first time I went for the HIV test I was 18, you know, and then I was with my sister and my mom. Alafu tukaanza kukanseliwa tu from nowhere, you know, mnakaa kwa hiyo tent, mnachukuliwa blood and then mnaanza kukanseliwa. So I was like, kwani tushapatikana nayo ama? Yeah, but then it's a nice procedure. Like una cancel tu mtu unamwambia you can expect anything at this time.
Yeah, expect anything.
Because si lazima you contract it sexually. Unaweza contract from your mother's breast, unaweza contract in any other way. Kwanza unajua mkiwa watoi teke wewe nisaidie.
So we may be worrying, but I insist on testing because of the statistics, of course. When siku zinasonga, according to the statistics in our country, Kenya, it indicates that there is a decline kidogo, so we appreciate kila mtu ambaye take that initiative.
It's not that small, I would say. So at least it is
declining.
Know, back in the 1990s, the HIV was up to 10%. Like the percentage of people infected with AIDS was up to 10%. But when you look at the 2020 statistics, it shows around 4.52%. And you see that's a very huge drop, a very big reduction. Yeah, we can see that people are trying to put in the right measures to definitely reduce the infection of HIV and AIDS, which is a good thing, and it's a kudos to them.
Of course. So when you see a decline, it doesn't mean sasa ukue reckless, so you ujiachilie juu na decline. Just take caution where you are, make sure you prevent yourself so that hata to reduce to the best minimum percentage. So that statistics now have it that between 30 and 39 the most people that are affected with it. The county that is most affected, of course, is from the lakeside. Sijui kwa nini Kisumu County.
It used to be Homa Bay.
It
used to be Nini. It used to be, but the western region, it's not that much. It's Nyanza. Then you come to the eastern side.
Because that's because of the fishing culture.
Fishing culture.
There's a fishing culture whereby mwanaume ana spend like odd hours at work. Like unajua time za kufish ni usiku. So au hizo time alafu there's this culture that mwanamke in the lakeside lazima you lala na the guy wa samaki ndio akupatie that samaki. So
for real?
That's a traditional culture.
But you can use a CD if that, but that tradition shouldn't exist.
So unaona that's why umesema the range ya watu wenye wako most infected ni 30 to 39. In the 90s those were the youth that we had, like the strongest youths on ground. So unaona, so they carried it to that level, unaona. So at least hii time yote walikuwa wanajaribu cut off this thing, walikuwa wanaipea a long term solution. So the youth wenye wako sahizi ndio walikuwa kids back then. Hizo preventions measures and all that ilikuwa placed watu wakiwa watoi, so grow up na your culture inayo.
Sikuwa jua if that culture exists.
Homa Bay in the Nyanza region used to lead like Homa Bay, most especially Dewa sub-county. They were the people from Dewa. That is a population that leads with the highest number of people infected with HIV and AIDS. And it's not like I don't know if it's true or we just like. Sometime back, most of the people from there, they were mostly never circumcised. It's kind of something that is tradition, and a circumcision to some extent it reduces the infection of HIV. So you find out that those people from that side, the transmission is very fast, and because I remember even most of the camps that have been put there, medical camps, they have been about young youths, pregnancy and HIV. So you find out that such a place.
So apart from the fishing culture and the circumcision, I think another thing that may lead to the spread of HIV in those areas, I think it is the issue of polygamy.
Polygamy.
Unapata huko Western province, it is a taboo for someone to have one wife. When I regard as if it is a weakness. So the more the wives, the more you are a man. Na wajui
Most especially the Luos love like.
But
Yeah.
Western, unajua,
Western.
the Western and
Western-
the Nyanza
You
culture, it's almost the
You
same.
see the Western people that get married to more than one wife, they are mostly the people from Omias. These are the Wangas. You know, the Wangas, marrying one wife is like a disaster. But if you have like 2, 3, that really shows that you're a real man. So in most of the families, here you'll find there are 3 wives, there are 3 wives there are 3 wives, there are 2 wives. So it's very rare for you to find that a man is monogamy. Mostly it's polygamy.
So polygamy pia kuna issue na wife inheritance. Ile mtu anakufa, by the way, Western immediately mtu amekufa, someone is mourning her husband,
You go
but
hang
there
your
is someone somewhere celebrating the death. Anajua tu
Inakwanga brother the husband ndiye inherit the
the
wife.
husband and inherit the wife. You go hang your coat there,
Yeah.
but it's something that it's not existing anymore. Like it's not there anymore. Like it used to be there in the traditions. Because kama bado mtu hata hajazikwa, you go hang your coat in his room.
Umemark territory.
Yeah, ushamark territories. That means that immediately after amazing, hata immediately before azikwe ushaanza kulala huko. It's not something that is nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So ikitoka hiyo
tradition.
kama tuseme like for example the husband died because of AIDS na infects the wife, definitely when you come in and inherit the wife, that's it. And
That
for
is
you,
it.
you also have a wife. Your wife goes and you also go and infect your wife. You see?
Yeah, it's
The
a chain.
transmission, yeah, it's a chain.
So watu wa Kisumu, Kenya, polygamy
Forget
mwache.
about Kisumu. talk about
Inheritance.
Homa Bay.
Acha tuseme like the
Nyanza,
whole
the whole
of
of the whole of
Kenya.
Nyanza,
you know when we
Kenya.
say the western region, we talk of Nyanza and the people from the Kakamega, Bungoma, those are
Exactly.
yeah.
Let's stop polygamy, let's stop wife inheritance, then let's go be circumcised. Boys,
Most especially that part of circumcision.
don't fear this thing, Bwana. I'm told the people from the lakeside, I don't know, don't fear these things. So we have talked about how to know you are HIV positive through kwenda kupimwa. Pia kuna other signs like coughing.
But coughing inaweza kuwa
Dry
na
cough.
TB.
Yeah.
But most of the people who are infected with TB, they are people who are infected with HIV.
Yeah,
So you find like 90% of TB patients, they are HIV positive.
Deep dry coughing. So unajua with HIV it destroys your immune system.
Yeah.
So it gives an environment for other diseases to manifest.
Yeah, since the white blood cells are already
weakened.
and the immune system, it makes it easier for someone to get sick of such kind of diseases.
So once your white blood cells zimekuwa weakened, many diseases will come in. That's why you get that some symptoms that diseases zingine they manifest in HIV like dry coughing, kuna pia diarrhea, kuna fever na
lakini watu wakikohoa sifikirie tu sasa ni ukimwi.
watu wanakohoa hata sana kohoa pia mimi.
Sasa there is that period ya kuvuna mahindi ama leave alone ya kuvuna mahindi, there is that period yenye mahindi sasa uaga zimeanza kufika za kuanza kuchoma na kupika. You see when you eat those maize uaga unakuwa na kukohoa mingi sana. So ukifika hiyo point ukakohoa, don't think that you are HIV positive. Get tested please.
That is very just
Usiassume.
so na nani time ya COVID pia ilikuwa the same. But then hata labda una hiyo
COVID.
Nilikohoa tu, si homa ilikuwa from before.
Hata homa uleta
fever ilikuwa from before.
Yeah.
But then the only solution we getting tested.
Coughing, don't assume it is HIV. Diarrhea pia, fever, night sweats. Unapata usiku unaamka unafikiri urinate but it's just sweat. Sometimes there is also loss of weight ikifika level. Unapata
huge drop.
Yeah, huge drop.
Huge. That's huge.
Unapata unakonda and the rest muscles zina
The rest is history.
The rest is history. You go as you go. Lack of energy, skin rashes and everything. Those are just but a number of signs that someone has HIV and positive. Now this is the thing. Now since you have seen these signs that you are HIV positive, you have been tested that you are HIV positive, what are you supposed to do so that you don't spread the disease? That is it.
Go for the ART.
Okay.
Antiretroviral therapy.
Yeah.
if you're tested that you're positive, right?
Yeah.
You go for the ART. You start using the ARVs, and ARVs can also help you grow healthier and live a long life. Because imagine realizing that you're infected with AIDS, then you decide, no, me, I'm just ready. What is Miam? Okay, and then you decide I'm just going to stay like that. I'm not going to go for any ARVs or stuff. Do you think you're going to stay for that long?
No, definitely you won't.
Yeah, because your body is weakening and all that. But the ARVs, they'll boost back your immunity, and at least you'll bounce back.
So when we were tested with HIV and were found that we are HIV positive, that is not a sentence to death. That's just a disease like any other disease. Be comfortable. HIV can be
transmitted.
Can be prevented.
Yeah, it can be prevented.
It can't be cured, but it can be prevented.
But it can be prevented.
Yeah. Go for ARVs. Utaishi tu maisha yako kama kawaida. There's nothing wrong with that.
Maisha kikawaida tu.
So make sure you go for the ARVs. Then another thing, once you have it, you can abstain from sex.
Raw sex, not sex.
Not just sex.
How can you abstain from sex?
But you guys, I knew this point will result to.
Okay. How can you abstain from sex? Just tell me that part.
Of course.
With the heat of these times, how can you abstain from sex?
Sex is not food, of course.
But
Listen.
There's a but.
Catholic priests, because survive how long without sex?
Ngoja, mama priest wangapi wakipigwa exile for impregnating the nuns and all that.
Of course. If you
God
cannot do
these things for us,
okay, to stop this, let's do this. There are people who can survive without sex.
But a few.
There are those who cannot survive without sex, like
who?
But the two of you are defending that, of course. But when you are HIV positive, to avoid spreading it, just stay faithful to your partner. Partner huyo mmoja, don't spread it like it's a revenge. Nasikanga watu wengine akisema sikufi peke yangu, I have to die with some people. No, that is not the right way to go.
Yeah.
Just abstain, be faithful to your partner, kuwa na huyo mmoja peke yake, so that you don't spread the disease.
Or if you can't be faithful, just have protected sex. It's the only other way, because sometimes staying faithful is another story for another day. But just ensure you have protected sex.
So if you have to do it, what we mean with protected sex, you have to use the condoms. Pia unaweza meza madawa,
the PEPs.
Before
post exposure,
before you
prophylaxis.
do it. So what we are trying to say that once you have it, it's not a life sentence. Make sure you don't spread it. Of course, siku hizi naona watu they just come out and say I'm HIV positive. Si dhambi. It's not your fault.
It's not a crime,
because contraction yake ni tofauti.
You never know how you contracted. Maybe it's through mother, their kid breastfeeding, fluids that you didn't know.
Childhood pia kuanga very funny.
So when you have HIV, it doesn't mean that you have seen all this by your mistake. You may contract it in so many ways. I think it's better if we discuss the ways through someone can contract HIV and AIDS.
Exactly.
Let's start by blood transfusion. Najua sometimes you might be too sick and you go to the hospital, alafu uko na disease yenye unataka kuongeza blood into your body. By bad luck, they may add blood that is infected with AIDS in your body. So unajua hapo utapata tu AIDS.
Exactly.
If you do unknowingly.
Because that's a lot of blood.
Pia you can get AIDS during birth, of course. Unajua during birth kuna ile part wanakata the umbilical cord, they separate from the mother to the child.
That's why it's advisable for people to go to the hospital and give birth from there. Leave alone this thing of wakunga and stuff. You never know.
Kuna those blood zenye zina mix up, unaweza pata mtu ajui kukata na tumia maybe. Someone may either use a knife or a blade that is infected and everything.
The virus.
So apart from those two, pia someone may get it through sex.
Raw sex,
of course. If you go raw sex with someone not just raw sex gets you AIDS, but if you do it to someone that is infected,
Yeah.
you get it. If you don't get it, you'll get it.
Semen. You people want to pour your semen into, and you haven't tasted. It's something that hits differently.
Yeah, but they also know there are like a number of people who live like mtu mwingine ako positive, mwingine ako negative na hawasambaziani, wanaitwa the cohorted. Yeah, so it doesn't mean that sometimes raw sex inaweza. I don't know, it depends on the immune of the blood group or whatever, but then it doesn't mean that inaletwa pia na hiyo tu kabisa.
So you have said there are people who are living with those people that are affected with AIDS. Pia nafaa take precaution about sharing sharp things, sharp everything, sharp needles. So make sure your blood don't come into contact in any way. Just be keen. I mean, it's a sin or it is what, but just be keen that you don't share those sharp things in the contact blood easily.
Yeah.
On that point, let's go to a point how to take care of people with AIDS.
Taking care of people living with HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
They also need to take care of themselves. It starts by them.
Start by yourself, of course.
First of all, they need to take regular exercises. That is one thing that is so basic to them. Regular exercises, it's definitely going to help the fitness of the body.
Yeah.
Make sure that you take your ARVs. You know that the ARVs will stop the virus from replicating in the body.
Yeah.
That's a very good thing. So
about taking ARVs, by the way, on a serious note, I heard a story some time back. Mostly kids ndio wana find it hard to take ARVs, ndio wanaogopa dawa, si ndio? So unapata parent anakimbizana na mtoto, kuja umeze dawa. Mtoto anakimbia, hajui kama ni life yake. Don't be forced to take ARVs. Just know ni kama tu any other medicine unameza, haitakufanyia anything. So there is these children anahepa, sometimes maybe akahepa ka travel. Anasema acha nihepe niende kwa shangazi, kumbe ameacha ARVs kwao.
Your ARVs should be your package, all-time package.
Yeah.
Keep it by your side. There is a combination of HIV drugs that you are being given as ARVs. So, because there are some HIV drugs that may get used to the HIV virus until they be like they are not even responding to your body. You see, nowadays, every time they are changing the ARVs, they're giving you these, and then maybe after some time they'll change, and then they give you another one, so that the virus in the body don't get used to that one type of drug. It's just normal like some other drugs. When you're used to paracetamol so much, anytime that you even have a headache and you say like, let me take a paracetamol, it's not subsiding. So you decide like, let me take another one. So that is how even the drugs also do work for the HIV.
So apart from exercise and taking your ARVs, make sure you also take good diet.
Exactly. Eat healthy diet. Especially fruits and vegetables.
Hapa kwa hiyo diet hatumaanishi ukule nyama peke yake na samaki.
There are some who are vegetarians na wako nayo. So it just depends with the diet you are going to take. But especially veggies na fruits.
Vegetables and fruits makes them.
At least to be healthy.
But you're not telling them not to take proteins. Proteins is also bad.
But you should eat, because I realize hizo dawa ni kama ziko na weight. Because you see, every time these people who take these drugs, they must always eat. Like anakuambia mimi niweke tu chakula heavy, So they think pia ukipewa ukichangewa, it depends with their weight, alafu progress you may make through that time. That's why unapata si dawa ulipewa this time, sio ndio utapewa next time, unless it's the same as in uko the same vile ulipewa.
But the good thing about nowadays, you find you can be given drugs for like 6 months.
6 months, So unajua for the first 6 months
you are stocked.
For the first 1 to 3 months unapewanga juu, like they have to monitor you closely. Unajua mimi unaweza nipea dawa ya 6 months and then I go like for like after 1 month and then nione niko fiti niseme
no, I'm not going to take that.
So I think it was just good that wameka for the first 1 to 6 months unapewa dawa for like a month and then sasa after wameona adaptation yako, wameona uko serious na kutake the drugs, now wanaweza kupackage na 6 months.
And that's your life.
After 6 months.
People need to take care of themselves, because that's your life at the end of the day. We don't know how you acquired it, and it's not like you did it willingly. No one can just go to the street and be like, I want want to get AIDS.
Yeah.
No, it's not something that comes with your consent.
Yeah.
So umesikia exercise, ARVs, good diet. So and if you are living with someone who is affected with HIV,
And by the way,
make sure-
Jacob,
yeah.
you see people with HIV and AIDS, they need to stop smoking.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
need to smoke
Drugs,
while you're
just general drugs.
Yeah, you don't need to, because smoke and that thing haziendani kabisa.
Yeah.
Haziendani because it's not good for your health.
Unajua sasa once uko na hiyo ugonjwa, your immune system deteriorate,
Yeah, that's true.
then again you're adding drugs, unayaribu kabisa. So you find that you may end up going to that place before your time.
Yeah, and then
So-
they should also have yearly flu jabs.
Yeah.
To minimize the risk of getting serious illness. So those are basic things that these people need to know and learn, put them into practice on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's something that is gonna help them.
So na kama unaishi na, if you are living with someone that has AIDS, make sure you show them love, of course.
Exactly.
Spend time with them. They're just normal people. Pia wewe hujui kesho yako. Maybe tomorrow you might get it. If you don't get it tomorrow, you might get it the other day, or even your son or whatever.
Just forget
So
about
make
it.
sure you show them love. Usiwachenge as if they are.
Yeah, don't
Those
stigmatize
people
Don't
them.
stigmatize
are
them.
depressed very easily. Unajua.
If you stigmatize them,
Yeah.
those people, they need that love to show them that they are just normal people.
They're just
Because
normal
they
people.
are.
Yeah,
They're
they
normal
are.
people. It's just like when you have cancer and then someone isolates you because of having cancer. It's
That's so bad.
Imagine how lonely you're gonna feel.
Yeah.
And that
Na
will
that loneliness
reduce,
inaleta depression.
inaleta
Yeah, but
depression.
then-
And then you-
Suicide. Yeah.
Mtu anakaa akijifikiria why
Wenyewe
have
wanitaki.
people, kwani wanitaki.
Wenyewe wakai na
na
mimi.
mimi, is it- those things ni zile vitu zilikuwa 90s kama bado the
90s,
infection is
That
coming
was a lot
in.
of
Show them
people. And then
love.
people were scared at that time. I think say watu wako equipped.
So hata
yani.
kwenye education, you know what is it, you know
Yeah.
how to do it, even if you get it. So show them love, kuwa nao, cheza nao, pelekee food, show
Yeah,
them,
just
that
make
is
them
part of
happy.
Unajua the reason why some people wanaogopa hawa watu wako affected, it is because of the myths and misconceptions
Yeah, that's true.
za kitambo. People hawako in education of what it is, because nasikia tu ilikujanga watu wakashanga watu wanakufa, what is it.
Yeah.
Watu wakaanza kuwa na myths about HIV and AIDS.
And they
That
made
is
it look
what we
scary.
want to talk about it now. Let's talk about some myths and misconceptions zenye watu wako nazo about AIDS. Of course they are false, but people still like, kama kuna watu wana believe it. Number one is that mosquito spreads HIV and AIDS.
Lakini siko, but I also used to think the same way. Juu nilikuwa najiuliza mosquito ina feed from every person. Ikikufeed na uko naye and then ikuje ifeed kwangu. You know, I also used to think that way.
But that's no, imagine about tuseme tu kama mosquito ingekuwa na spread, how would
Sasa tungekuwa wengi.
so
Kila mtu angekuwa ako infected.
yeah, so that's just a myth that mosquito spreads HIV and AIDS. Another myth,
That if you share plates, cups, and mugs with the people who are infected with HIV and AIDS, you're definitely going to be infected.
yeah,
But kushare things like mugs and cups, it only happens when uko na like sores maybe kwa mdomo ama hizo wounds. That's when hiyo ukitumia maybe a cup yenye ametumia the saliva inaweza intertwine na yako, si ndio?
But it's
Or
not
blood.
that
But it's
not
racy.
that serious.
It's not that,
so these are just the myths. Another myth is that AIDS is a genocide. Kuna watu walikuwa na believe that AIDS was invented to kill a certain group of people. Maybe tuseme example Africans, that AIDS was invented so that Africans can disappear from the universe.
Ilikuwa overpopulated.
Yeah. So
But do you know the first case of HIV and AIDS was verified in which year? It was verified in 1959 from a man who died in Kinshasa, which is known as the Belgian Congo. That was the first case of HIV and AIDS. So I don't know how it ended up spreading from that guy now to the whole world.
walikuwa wanafanya experiment. You know kana.
Another myth that people
The
believe.
tree of transmission.
You never know.
That tree of transmission is, I used to say this poem when I was a kid. I made this poem. My aunt also helped me to make this poem. I remember I was around 3 years old. And then I was like, I was born a child. I find myself with virus. Where did I get it from? I was told from my mother. Where did my mother get it from? From my father. Where did my father get it from? From the white man. The white man, monkey, gorilla. Can you see the chain? That is how people believe that HIV and AIDS was transmitted. See, by the way, we are being told that HIV and AIDS ilitoka sijui kwa monkey ama something like that.
So I really wonder what the monkey was doing with the man
at that time, what the monkey was doing.
But sasa kama HIV ilitoka kwa monkeys.
Those are
question that I can ask myself. If HIV and AIDS come from monkeys, how comes the monkeys have not died because of that disease?
But monkeys ukulanga healthy, bro. Monkeys ni vegetarian, wanakula fruits.
Let me ask you a question. If it's believed that the HIV came from the monkey, was this monkey injected? Then they injected a human being for the transmission, or what transpired?
Me as a kid, what was the monkey doing with that man?
Exactly. What was the monkey doing with that man?
Of course, that's also an indication that that's a myth.
But they're not supposed to.
That's a question that really needs to be answered.
But to be honest, there must be something between monkeys and human beings. They're just related with monkeys. Maybe human beings came from monkeys.
Okay, the Bible says we are created from dust and all that. God created us, But ukikuja kwa history, we evolved from a monkey.
Yeah, from a monkey.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
So the two things are conflicting.
Evolution. Yeah, we are evolving into normal human beings.
So I don't know if by 1959 people are monkey-ish, human-ish.
And that is how you see that they're telling us that we used to walk with 4 legs.
If we come from monkeys, what has prevented the monkeys from coming to continue to evolve to human beings?
Exactly.
And when you look at some monkeys, some gorillas, they look human. The way they eat, if you give a gorilla a banana, it peels.
That's true.
And then they eat.
Ukipea hata monkey, there's this time tulienda drama and then the monkeys kaingia kwa basi yetu lenana. Unapata lollipop ulikuwa umeacha hapo kwa kiti.
And it's
mpaka unashindwa, okay, what am I supposed to do here?
But also at the same time, when you look at it, plus the hairs, there are some people the tradition. We evolved from the monkeys.
Me, I'm just going with the creation story.
Those are just myths. Yeah, those are just myths.
So you people want to tell me that you don't believe that the HIV came from a monkey?
No,
and then from a monkey?
Okay. Kama wali engage sexually, of which bado nashangaa ilikuwa aje, inawezekana.
It's normal. You see nowadays even people engage into sexual acts with cows, dogs, cuckoo.
Maybe.
And it's a man for that reason. No, we are not detesting men.
But we are saying.
Yeah, but we are saying, Jacob, we are not detesting men. But a man is capable of doing anything. A holy man can do anything.
Imagine unakutana na video ya mtu tu hapo hivyo ameshika mbuzi hapo.
We cannot say
lakini shida ukoanga nini?
Just tell us what's the problem. Because hiyo kitu ina relate na monkey kukuwa na HIV.
If you have to say that monkeys, HIV came from monkeys, and it means now that a man, it's not a must that a man did sexual intercourse with a monkey, because there are also other ways to
you want to tell us. They were trying to do some practicals or maybe some education, and then they injected the monkey, and then still they used the same syringe to inject, the same needle to inject the human being. So that is how the infection transmitted from the monkey. For a man.
Unajua kitambo alikuwa anaishi by hunting and gathering, so maybe akahunt monkey ili kukata nyama ilikuwa na blood, akajikata. blood tukatransfer, that is
Unajua pia watu wamekuwa wakilaumu wanawake sana kuangusha Eden, but we cannot allow women kuangusha the entire country with due ilitoka from a man.
Man. Wow.
Yeah, because we are told the first case was verified in 1959 and it was a man who was infected with it and he was from Kinshasa. Kinshasa. Yes.
Right.
Which is the Belgian Congo. So you need to tell us as a man, what do you think about it? Where did this man get the HIV?
We as men, we have a simple reason. And I'm sure that was not the first person to get it.
No, that was the first person to be infected.
Yeah, but spreading kwa easy juu. I don't know if by then hizi ma condoms zilikuwa invented, hizi ma whatever zilikuwa hazijakuwa invented. So I think spread pia ingekuwa easy.
More simple.
But kwa nini akuwe hivyo mangapi?
Anyway, those questions indicate that actually those are just myths. But now we have the facts. Pia myth ingine that people have that once I get AIDS, I am done. That's just a myth. That once I get AIDS, I am done. That's the end of life.
How many people have we seen prospering and they are HIV positive?
And I swear to God, if you see kwanza the ladies who are taking these pills,
you can't even be able to identify that they are positive.
Because they are the most creative beings when you wanaonekana wana glow from a distance.
That is why we see organizations like WHO, UNICEF, USAID trying to create awareness about HIV and AIDS and telling people that just accept yourself and that is not the end of you.
Yeah,
it's a new beginning, yes. It's a new beginning because you'll have to be taking like ARVs on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's true.
But it doesn't mean that you can't prosper because you're positive.
Yeah, so
it's a myth that people have put in their minds that you're not going to make it, which is not right.
So usikuwe demotivated or any other way because you have AIDS. When mtu just as a human being like people are. So I think this is just part one of our series on HIV and AIDS because you know what tomorrow is.
And this is
tomorrow is the D-Day.
And by the way, tomorrow is that 1st December, the World AIDS Day. You know, the WHO World Health Organization, they're trying to do everything that is actually creating awareness on the HIV. So don't feel intimidated because you're HIV positive. It's not the end of it. In fact, nowadays, the only thing that can intimidate you is cancer. And we're also trying to get away from cancer. So people should just be themselves, accept yourself, start a healthy diet. You live long.
Of course. So this is part one. Don't miss part 2 of this. Is tomorrow. We'll be talking about tomorrow's day, which is HIV and AIDS Day. We'll talk about the theme of the day. Prudence will give us a breakdown of ARVs and everything. So this is just an introduction. So precious.
How do you know that I'm an expert?
I have been thinking about it for a very long time.
We shall also tell you what the government is doing to prevent the
They come in handy.
We're also giving you the statistics of HIV and AIDS in the whole world. Which country is leading? Which one follows?
I know you are interested in knowing those statistics.
Yeah, so that you also know where your country belongs.
So tomorrow, let's meet here, Stan Media. Our YouTube channel is Zikwapo. My name is Jacob Okelo.
And I'm Benis Merrill. Thank you for being an amazing audience.
Oh, you forgot to say beautiful burial ladies and the normal Kerish Prudence, our social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, X, nimeambiwa ni X, si Twitter tena, Facebook as Stan Media, and we love you for being a nice audience, for keeping up in touch with Stan Media, and it's a wrap.